Around mid-May, Thai police at Nakhon Phanom apprehended a convoy carrying a huge shipment of dogs destined for the dinner tables of Laos, Vietnam and China. They were packed like sardines into these cages, and the police managed to save about 1,000 of them, placing them in this adjoining shelter. But the convoy was so large that they couldn't save them all, and it's estimated that trucks bearing many more thousands of dogs broke through the roadblock and transported their victims to their doom.
So, quite a big business in Thailand. They get the dogs very cheap or for nothing, or they steal it. And in Vietnam, it's quite expensive. Yeah. So people get quite rich with this.
Those left behind were in an awful condition. Care for Dogs medical coordinator Pamela Bayer and Yosita Sikun, their charity support coordinator, rushed to Nakhon Phanom and offered their help.
Because we really don't know what to do first when we got there, and we really confused that how the people can, do such a thing to the pet. Yeah. Because they are the pets and they are our friends.
They spent over a week giving endless numbers of injections, offering lots of love and care to the dogs, and helping to clean the shelter.
And it was very, very sad to look in their eyes, to see how scared, how frightened they are of people. Yeah. Some, if you came closer to one or another dog, then they just urinated or screamed because they were so scared of people. And this broke my heart, I have to say. Yeah.
It was a very intense, emotional and sometimes harrowing experience for the Care for Dogs team. Contagious diseases like distemper were spreading like wildfire throughout the shelter and taking a horrifying toll on the dogs.
Yeah, I think.
And this is where they're feeding the dog. For us, I think, is not enough.
Pamela and Yosita brought back 3 dogs to the Care for Dogs shelter, Pui Pui, Lily and Mali. It was a hard choice to make, knowing that those left behind faced an uncertain future. Due to the risk of contagious diseases, the 3 rescued dogs are now in a clinic for quarantine and medical care. Care for Dogs hopes to find loving homes for Pui Pui, Lily and Mali, and to take in more rescued dogs.
Maybe we cannot tell you all information or all the emotion that we have in there, because it's really, really, broken our heart a lot.
I don't know, but I felt like a bit helpless because I wanted to help and change the whole situation.
At least we can give this dog a love and trust again to the human, and they might, trust the human again and have a new home.
Here we are.
Hopefully Pui Pui, Lily and Mali will soon be released from quarantine and living at the Care for Dogs shelter in outer Chiang Mai, being groomed in readiness to meet their new owners.
Last year we performed 500 sterilizations, we had 200 adoptions, and we love adoptions. We had some international adoptions, but the majority of them were local. We had 300 rescue cases. These rescue cases, sometimes we can return the dog back to where they were living, and sometimes the dog has to stay at our shelter for the remainder of its life. We did 800 to 1,000 free vaccines last year, both rabies and mixed vaccines, and we have a great staff and about 20 local volunteers that help us out on a daily basis.
One of these volunteers is Irene Rawls, who arrived in Chiang Mai 6 months ago from Adelaide in Australia. She likes Chiang Mai and working with the dogs so much that she's decided to stay on for a while. And this is Gloria, who was rescued from the dog meat dealers last year. Currently there are about 190 dogs at the shelter, which depends heavily on donations. They go through about 3 large bags of dog food per day, which ends up costing around 30,000 baht a month.
I think the reason that we have so many stray dogs in Thailand, as well as many other countries in the world, is lack of education regarding sterilization. When your pet is not sterilized, there's indiscriminate reproduction, which results in a huge overpopulation of animals. Sterilization, the myths are that your animal will become fat or lazy, and that's just not the case. Sterilized dogs are happier, they have less health problems, and we're really trying to promote that here in Chiang Mai.
However, this is easier said than done. The problem is quite acute, especially in areas of outer Chiang Mai, where there are large communities of hill tribes who have no sense of responsibility when it comes to caring for their dogs, who have become physically and mentally malnourished, aggressive and cowardly at the same time. 9-year-old Penny Jiramantip has adopted 2 dogs from a nearby hill tribe village. One of them was suffering from chronic mange.
Sharp had very, very bad mange. She was covered all over, so we had to put this purple stuff on her. Then it cured her, and now she has got no mange at all. There was a hill tribe lady, and she had a dog that had very bad mange, and she wanted to kill it, but I felt sorry for it, so I gave her a bit of this purple stuff, and it cured the dog, her dog.
Stray dogs are often brought to the shelter by other kind-hearted people who have found them wandering the streets, lost and alone. Adoption depends on the dog's personality and what the new owner is looking for in a pet. Gloria should have no problem finding a home. She's a handsome hound with an interesting background. But others may not be so lucky. So if you're looking for a loyal canine companion, why not give a homeless dog a second chance at a new life? Contact Care for Dogs at this phone number or check out their website www.carefordogs.org.